My personal tips for doing computer science GCSE, for me personally, as I've taken GCSE computer science, would be firstly, when you're trying to remember certain real world specifics such as legislation or viruses, sometimes it's useful to have like a real world example. For instance, if you're trying to remember about worms, look up the I Love You virus, which was prevalent in May 2000, and you can find a lot of videos about it, and they're all pretty interesting because people like computers, they spend all the time talking about them and doing nothing related to it. My second piece of advice would be when you're looking at algorithms and doing flowcharts, it's sometimes good to just apply real world examples. So even if you're like making food for yourself, think about how would I put this into a flowchart? Because it's a good way of sort of making it feel more natural when it comes to writing them. Because when you haven't revised for a while, it can feel very sort of awkward and not quite natural to be writing about actions in that sort of way when you're putting them in flowcharts. And my final piece of advice would be when you're doing your programming practicing and you have to write your pseudocode, use REPL, which is a website which you can get for free, and you can make up to 3 pieces of programming, or you can get the subscribed version, and there's a good chance your school might pay for it for you if they have it already. And it will basically, you can have all sorts of programming languages, anything from Python, C#, even things like HTML, and it has add-ons like Pygames and other sort of modules and libraries that you can use.